Hello, my name's Knoll. I am an attorney and a partner at Broussard Knoll Law Firm here in Marksville, Louisiana. I've been an attorney for over 14 years, and I'm going to talk to you about social media and its potential effect on your personal injury case. Social media is one of those things, we're not getting rid of it. It's only getting more prevalent. It is the primary form of most Americans' communication. And I looked at a stat today that said there are 253 million Americans that utilize some form of social media. That's about roughly 3/4 of the population. So chances are you have social media. And if you find yourself in a position where you have to make a personal injury claim because something happened to you that was the fault of someone else, you're gonna want advice on what to do with your social media accounts. Very first piece of advice that I can give, and I stress this to the highest degree, is to make sure your accounts are private. Even if they're public, the minute you get hurt, put them on private. You would be surprised how many times, as soon as an insurance company gets your name, as soon as you make a claim, let's say you're in a car accident, you get the accident report and you report the claim to the insurance company, you would be surprised how many adjusters just look you up. And if your account is public, they're gonna see everything about you and they're gonna know a lot about you before you even set foot anywhere. So that's number one. And they can kind of trail you for the days following the accident. Let's say you're like hurt, but you post a picture of yourself doing something, not thinking, they're gonna use that against you, even if you are doing that thing that you're doing in pain. So the number one thing is to make sure your account is private. The next question is, what if I make my account private? Can they still use my social media postings against me or even access them? When you make your account private, they can see that most likely they'll be able to see that you have an account, but without a lawsuit, they can't access your content. Once a lawsuit is filed, if one needs to be filed, then what is the law on that? The courts have generally said that they can get any posts that are relevant. Relevance in Louisiana is a very, very low standard. So if you're making a claim for personal injuries, that would leave open the possibility for them to request any post that could put your physical condition out there. That's like any post of you, basically. So it's pretty broad. It would also have to do with if you were making a claim for mental anguish, and you've got a post saying, oh my gosh, I love my life so much. People tend to, put only their best stuff on social media, not the bad stuff. That would leave open the potential for that content to be discoverable. And, if a defendant insurance company would request it, you might have to give it. Courts generally don't allow full access to someone's private account, but they will allow production of certain things that could be relevant. For example, if your doctor put a restriction on you, don't lift over 15 pounds, and you're on Facebook holding a 20-pound bass that you caught in some fishing tournament or something, it could be used against you. And defendants and insurance companies are very good at misconstruing stuff that you might put on there. So like I tell everybody, like I tell my 3 kids, they are in the social media age. They have very limited stuff, but they still do have it. The internet is forever, and whatever you post, it can come back to you. It can come back to haunt you. So what I usually tell my clients is just don't post if you can. And if you have to post, just think about it through the lens of who's gonna see this? Would I want somebody to see this? Does this contradict any of the claims? Could it possibly contradict any of the claims that I'm making? And just think before you post. Obviously, the most important thing, if you have a personal injury claim or if you're injured, is to seek counsel that is responsible, experienced, and knows what they're doing. So we at Broussard Knoll, we have over 100 years of combined legal experience, and we would love to hear from you.